Hi, everybody. We are on the Google for Developers site. Google has introduced a new tool called Opal, and it is for creating mini apps, and I think you will like it. And so basically, what it is I'm going to use it for prototyping. I am not a full fledged web developer. I guess I would fall into the category of someone who does vibe coding, and I just love these tools because it helps me create things that I am not that good at creating on my own without help, and this is the help that I am going to be receiving. So I am going to put us on pause for a second because my little doggie is barking. Hold on, please. Alrighty, we're back, and my doggie is inside. She can't make up her mind. She must be part cat. Alrighty, so anyway, so let's get back to what we were talking about. Opal seems like it's a really good site. I've already played with it a little bit. And again, we're on the Google for Developers site. And so you have credit here for the Senior Product Manager, Ali Muderis, Bill Burns, Staff Research, Paul Lewis, Staff Software Engineer. And so this page kind of goes into what's going on with it. It says bring your prompts to life, no code required. It talks about creating workflows. You can make edits and you can share your app. And there's a nice video right here that tells you a little bit more about it and how to get started. And so I am going to pull up one of the ones that I made, and here you go. So I already created one. I've been playing with this concept on different sites, and so this one I think so far may possibly be my favorite one right now. So what I did was my experiment. I created weather forecasts. I published it. So if you look up here on the top left, you can see where it's published. You see app editor, and you actually see the front page. And so my prototype is a weather forecasting site, but I'm calling it weather forecasts. It says get perfect weather for forecasts with adorable feline flair. And then down here, you see this content was created by another person. It may be inaccurate or unsafe. Please report content privacy, etc. All right, and so up here, there's a couple things you can do. You can refresh the page, which we'll do in a minute. You can remix it, you can share the app, and you can go between app and editor. So I am going to go through this first. So I'm going to hit start. And notice down here, it says, tells you certain things. So one of the things I asked this page to do was to create images during the process. So it slows it down a little bit, and I may edit that, but I will let you know when I do. So you can put your zip code in here. If you put in a zip code that doesn't work, it will let you know. So let me make one up. And let me do, so you can also use your microphone or you can just type it. And so down here, it tells you what it's doing. I asked it to generate images. So you will see the process of it generating the images down here. And it does take a while. So again, it will be a little bit. And up here, you can kind of see the progress bar up here at the top middle. Right here. And down here, you can see now it's getting the weather information. I asked this prototype to use free APIs for weather. Now it's generating the image descriptions. So it should be, I think, 4 image descriptions. And it's chugging along. And so one of the things that I'm going to try to do is figure out a way to make this move a little bit faster. But I do like the fact that it creates new images every time, but it does slow it down. So if you're in a hurry, it's not a page you're going to want to use. So now it's trying to generate the web page. Alrighty, so we got weather forecast page here. It actually made quite a few big ones here, so this is not what I was expecting. So let's see if we can zoom out. Nope. And then so let's see, it actually did something that we weren't expecting. So let's go back, let's hit start. Let's try again. Let's make the page a little smaller so I can see everything. Let's do another zip code. Alrighty, so this is much better. I'm not sure what happened, but I will tell you though that I did notice that this may change off and on. So every time you hit refresh, although it has consistently shown what I'm showing you now, it has had some weird things happen too. So anyway, so what I asked for this page was I asked to have a title, weather forecasts. I asked to have an image of a kitten that resembles a weather person in front of a weather map. Um, I asked for 4 cards, one for temperature, one for precipitation, one for humidity, and one for wind. And I asked that the images of the kittens represent the temperature, the chance of rain, etc. And so it did a pretty good job. There's some things that I've learned that I can do better, and I'm going to do better as I improve it. Now, I also asked, would it put a copyright in? And it did. And then it says to 2023, which is not true. Weather forecasts, yes, all rights reserved. So 2023 was not what I asked it to put in. I just asked it to do copyright. And then I asked for a disclaimer, and it says this content is powered by an AI and is for illustrative purposes only. Weather data is simulated. And I do think, though, let's go through this. I do think that the weather is actually accurate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my weather app, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this one more time. So before we do it again, I'm going to go to editor so you can see what's going on. And when you're in the editor, it shows you the flow. And so again, you know what I don't like is it's not easy to zoom in and out. Even though it has that, it doesn't let you kind of manipulate the page. All right, so anyway, so it starts with an input for your zip code. It goes down here and says get weather information, generate image description. And notice that here it waits for some of this information. So I think right here, you are highly creative. So this is the prompt. You are a highly creative and detailed image prompt generator specializing in crafting vivid descriptions. And so you can go in here and you can change this if you want. And then it says important note, start directly with the output. Do not output any delimiters output. And so let's click on a couple of these so you can see it. So image generation, so it's using Imagen 4. Image generation has limited free quota, generate, so I have to be careful. And then this one is generate weather, so Gemini 2 flash image generator. So it's actually using different versions of Gemini. So let's go back to this one, Imagen 4, Gemini 2 flash. And then here, this says web page with auto layout. And this looks like it's a little pull down, but it's not. But you can edit it and you can, I'm not sure what that does. So let's do, so clicking on these don't seem to do anything. Let me go back here, get weather information. So it says using Gemini 2.5 Flash, use get weather, wants to get detailed weather information for this location, and it uses the zip code. So if I click on this, nothing happens. If I click on this, nothing happens. Click on this, nothing. All right, and then so if we go here, generate code, cat image description, and it just breaks it down like into big stuff here. And then so again, using Gemini 2.5 Flash, you are an imaginative and detail-oriented image description generator for a Gen AI image generation API. So this is very, very thorough, and that's what it gets you. So if you go in here, it indicates that you can edit it, but I don't see how to do that right now. So let's go down to advanced settings. Gemini 2 system instructions. So your system instructions are down here. Notice it says it's using Tailwind for CSS unless otherwise specified. Visual aesthetics. Aesthetics are crucial. Make the page look amazing, especially on mobile. So maybe I'll try it on my mobile app. And so if you go up here, you hit preview. If you hit console, hit preview again. So watch the differences. Console, step. All right. And so if I pull this out a little bit, I just want to keep it out a little bit. All right, so if I click this, we are the weather forecast. So it gives you privacy and terms, view more Opal apps. We don't need that. So we will go, let's get out of this. There you go. And this is kind of again, we're in the preview console. Shows you the breakdown of all these guys. And if you click it here, what happens? Can you move it? Nope. And you can refresh it. So no more step, no more theme. I want to get to the themes in a second. And then so we could do this. It will fit to screen. I don't want to do that because my screen is actually a bit bigger than what I'm sharing. And then so let's share this app. You got here, go copy link. It says app URL copy to clipboard. And then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to paste it. And now this is the page that we were at originally, and let's try it one more time. So again, you see some of the stuff up here still. So you still see weather forecasts, you see experiment, you see it's published, you see app is highlighted, editor, share app, remix, settings, refresh, and the account that I used. So again, nice little picture here. Let's do one more test. And so again, if it takes too long, I will edit out. And let me do one more zip code. Oh wait, no, I said, see, I said we would do a more accurate one. So let's see. All right, so I'm gonna put the same zip code in weather.com. What was it? 23601, I think. So while we're waiting for it, we'll do that. All right, so if I put in the same zip code, and I think I did, we have 86 degrees currently. The high is going to be 92, low is 78. It's partly cloudy, and it feels like 96 degrees. Hourly forecast will be anywhere, like we said, from 86 to 91. And let me see, precipitation, not a huge chance, at least not right now. The wind is light. Humidity is, today's average will be about 78%. I should do UV index too. All right, so we're on the cat images right now. All righty, so now we have the weather forecasts. We have the temperature, show hide info, show hide info, show hide info, show hide info, and then we have this. Now remember, what I had said earlier is that it seems to change the programming a little bit here and there, which is kind of weird. But, so because before it didn't have this, so let me hit show hide. I do like that. I like that. And so let's go all the way through. All right, and so I actually told you what the weather was here. So the temperature is 86 where I'm at right now. So it says 86. I do have excessive heat in my area. Precipitation, none. Forecast 40%. But that's not until like 8 o'clock tonight. So that's weather.com is saying the same thing. Humidity is currently 73%. On my phone, it says 73%. And wind says not available, forecast not available. And I think the wind on here was super light. Yep, it says right now maybe 5 miles an hour. Alrighty, so that worked great. I do like this. I hope it stays, but I have a feeling it's not. And then so I'm going to click share this app one more time. I'm going to keep this link. And down here it says URL is copied. And then I'm going to hit remix and see what remix does. So it says it's remixing. So remix looks like it's just a regular refresh, but let's see what happens. I think I'm supposed to put a zip code in here, so let's see. I think I put a bad zip code in. Let's see what happens. Maybe I did not hit too many digits. It felt like I hit one extra digit, but so right now it's on preview. It's generating the images, and up here it was generating images. And remember, it used two different programs to do the images. I think this one, if I remember right, was Imagen 4. And then this one down here was Flash 2.5. And then if you're not noticing what's going on here, it's telling you what's going on here as well. So it's kind of like a dashboard, which is kind of cool. And there you go. So now this one says toggle forecast, toggle forecast, toggle forecast. And so what I'm going to do is I click the link to share, but before I do that, I'm going to go to theme. So another thing that you can do is the theme. And so the theme editor allows you to make your own theme. And that theme is going to be kind of like on your front page. So if we go here to refresh, let's see what happens. Well, let's do this if it doesn't. Okay, there you go. So if you do refresh, it brought me back to the page. Now let me go back to theme real quick. So I'm going to click theme, and this is the theme. So if you, even though you can't see it too well, the theme is, this is the one I created. And so it, you can generate random themes. You can use any that are up here already. So I created three I created three that I made prompts for, but you can't find the prompts. So let me click on this and show you what happens. And so this popped up. So this was one of my prompts. Kind of like it. But what it didn't let me keep is the prompt for it. So now if I do generate a random one, this one was random. All right, so let me do one more random so you can see what happens. So it starts creating another icon for it. All right, so the random themes to me are not reflective of what you're asking for. So if I don't like what they give me, I can go back to my theme and life is good. And so we're going to go ahead and do one last go. We're going to hit start. Enter a zip code. We're going to watch it generate one last time. Alrighty, and this is what we got. So now it's showing hourly. So that's one thing that it does that I wasn't expecting is that it seems to randomly change some of this on the bottom. I did like the show hide part. So temperature, little kitten looks like he's a little hot. It is pretty hot outside, feels like it's 89. And daily forecast is still the same. Precipitation currently 0. Daily, hourly, 30% chance at 2, and then much stronger at 5. Kind of got the little raincoat guy going. Windy, light breeze, so that's kind of funny, but not exactly reflective of how the wind is today. And then humidity, little kittens drinking some tea to stay cool. That looks great. And again, down here, I asked it to create a copyright, and I asked it to make a disclaimer, and it did it. And so one more time, we're in the preview. We'll go to console. It's kind of the same thing. There are no steps right here. And then if you go to the theme, you can change the theme if you want. And then, of course, you can manipulate the page any way you want. This is really good. And like I said, I'm using it for prototypes. I'm not a web developer. I am just trying to share ideas. And I think this is a great way to do it. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.